The life of a backup quarterback is not an easy one. You have to hold the clipboard, wear the baseball cap, cheer on the starter, and secretly wish for him to get injured. All joking aside, backup quarterbacks do play an important role on any NFL squad, well, except Christian Hackenberg. But in reality, these guys didn't get to the NFL by wanting to play second fiddle. So here are 5 backup QBs that led their teams to glory. Number 5, Trent Dilfer. Most often associated with being one of the worst QBs to win a Super Bowl, Trent Dilfer catches a lot of heat because the 2000 Ravens had an insane defense. But what a lot of people forget is that Dilfer actually started that year on the bench behind Tony Banks. When the Ravens offense went 4 straight weeks without a touchdown, Dilfer was brought in to replace Banks. And they went a 5th straight week without a touchdown. But then Dilfer got it together and the Ravens went on a 7-1 run, finished 12-4, and then destroyed the Giants in Super Bowl 35 like Fergie did the national anthem. Number 4, Nick Foles. Yes, you should know the story of Big Dick Nick by now. Nick Foles was actually the Eagles starter for 2 years under the failed Chip Kelly era, winning a division in his first year after replacing Mike Vick. He even made the Pro Bowl. But then he was traded to the Rams in 2015. Foles struggled as the team's on and off starter and at the end of the season requested a release, signing with the Chiefs for a paltry $1.75 million. Where he started 1 game, which he won, and was benched for Alex Smith when he healed up. In March 2017, he signed as the backup for the Church of Carson Wentz and sat the pine the entire season until God punished Wentz with a torn ACL in Week 14, and the rest is history. Foles even caught a touchdown pass in the Super Bowl and was named the MVP, and even after all of his accomplishments, Foles still doesn't have a permanent gig as a starter in this league, but you know he will. Number 3, Jeff Hostetler. Phil Simms is a Giants legend. Almost the definition of a game manager QB, his performance in Super Bowl 21, though, was anything but average as he went 22 of 25 and had a near-perfect passer rating. In 1990, Simms was having maybe his best season ever, leading the Giants to an 11-3 record and had a QB rating of 92.7. But in a regular season game versus the eventual Super Bowl opponent Bills, he broke his foot. Enter in Jeff Hostetler, the Giants' 5th-year backup. Big, tall, and athletic, Hostetler brought a different skill set and looked to the Giants' offense that they needed against a fearsome 49ers defense in the NFC Championship game. And then in the Super Bowl, he led the Giants in a much overlooked drive that allowed them to take the lead. Before this happened, of course. After the game, Bill Parcells would retire, and the next year, Ray Handley benched Simms for Hostetler, and that didn't backfire or anything. The Ray Handley era. He made Ben McAdoo look competent. Just kidding. No, he didn't. Number 2, Tom Brady. It's hard to believe that Tom Terrific, proclaimed GOAT, the former 6th-round pick, the supermodel banger, the guy who makes out with his kid, was once Drew Bledsoe's backup. And if it wasn't for a devastating sideline hit to Bledsoe, you might never know the legend of Tom Brady. After that hit to Bledsoe, Brady took over the reins and never looked back. Just kidding, Bledsoe had to bail him out in that AFC Championship game versus the Steelers. But you know, Belichick put Brady back in and the rest is history as he would go on to win 5 rings and lose to the NFC East 3 times. And I can never, ever get tired of this. Number 1, Kurt Warner. Few backup QBs get the opportunity of a lifetime coming right out of the preseason, but that's what Kurt Warner got as the former grocery bagger and Arena League QB got the call in 1999 as Dick Vermeil famously and emotionally gave Warner the thumbs up heading into the season. See, that's a coach. Also, I think Vermeil had seen Warner throw a few footballs, and he also had Marshall Faulk. Warner would lead his team to one of the most explosive offenses in the history of football as the greatest show on turf would end up keeping the Titans 1 yard short, and success pretty much followed Warner wherever he went, as he would also lead the Cardinals to a Super Bowl and eventually was inducted into the Hall of Fame. So backups, lift your head up. A few things go right, you could be leading your team to a championship. Except you, Hackenberg, sit down. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and of course, if you made it this far and didn't find my voice totally annoying, why not subscribe? Also, download the FanDuel app from the link below and use my code SCORE5 and get a free entry into the NBA Clutch Shot. I'm 5 Points Vids, and you made it to the end of this video.
Cut. Stud cock.
Stud cock.
Stud cock.